Hi and welcome to today's video where I have my monthly update for my rolling project pan, which is 14 items at any time to make progress on and hit various goals. So yeah, without further ado, I will get straight into it. So the first category was perfumes. I used my main perfume up earlier on this year, and then I put in this Clarins Eau de Jardins. This was finished and I actually went into July empties. Lovely fragrance, very light. They don't put the strength in. It's supposed to be a mood boosting fragrance, but absolutely love that one. And since then I did put in a local perfumery, and that's in somewhere in Greater Manchester. I picked it up on a market stall, and it's Perfumes Anglais, and it's Amalfi Coast. So it smells like a cologne, a fresh, slightly green herbal fragrance, a very lovely lemony type cologne, unisex. So I managed to finish all that up. That was new, well, full, shall I say. And currently I am on Rose Silence by Miller Harris, which is a UK company. In fact, this is Perfume London. The glass tubes for these travel size are very thin, so they're not practical, and the lid just doesn't want to stay on. So the packaging is poor, but the contents is very nice. It is quite an old-fashioned rose, with a bit of a peppery note, but rose can have. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and I've got a little bit left, so I've been using quite a lot. I think it was about that full when it was put in, but I'm nearly finishing that now. And then I've got 3 more I'll be putting in. First of all, I've got 2 by Maison Francis Coeur de Jean, and he did Baccarat Rouge, which was popular for a lot of people. I didn't particularly care for that. I don't particularly care for these. These are Gentle Fluidity, and that is Gentle Fluidity Silver, Gentle Fluidity Gold, and these are unisex fragrances, and they're quite gentle colognes. I don't think these fragrances are particularly strong, so I shall give those a try. And the one that I really am looking forward to, this is by Aquarelle, which I think is a French perfume house that's in drugstores, and this one is Tiare Absolu. So it smells like, yeah, tiare flowers that you get in a lei, and a bit like Frangipane Manoi from Elemis. Not quite as sweet, but it is absolutely beautiful. So they are the perfumes that I will put in, and I'll sequence through them. The next item I've got is for my hair, and it's Kerastase, and that's been in since the beginning, but I'm getting continued progress there. I'm hoping to finish it this year as it narrows. It's been rebottled, and this is the rose one, which isn't available, isn't actively being sold on their websites, by L'Oreal Kerastase, but the product is okay. Is it worth a 40 odd pound? I don't think so, but I did get this discounted, but I'm carrying on using it. Then I have my CYO, which is a discontinued brand. It was Walgreens Boots owned, and some say it's the same processes and manufacturing as the Soap and Glory range. So apparently, when this went, Soap and Glory did put this in, or had something very similar in a foundation, which I never tried, but I do have backups, and although this is an air pump, meaning there's no air gets into it, airless pump, I have made some progress, and I have more that I need to start using up. So that was last month, so that's this month, but it didn't move for months, so I have been using a bit each month. So with this, a little goes a long way. It's long wear, not matte. It's a hydrating, fairly long wear, but light coverage, light to medium coverage, or it's very thin on the skin, shall we say. You don't particularly feel it. Love that one. A pity it's gone, because a lot of people have complained because this shade is a greyish beige, and it's the palest one. I think it was 101 or 110. It's worn off, but that was absolutely lovely. Now, I had a CC cream in, and it's Cosmetics, and it's in the original Fair, which had a white label on. Now this colour is discontinued. There's still a Fair, but not the shade's changed. So I have used all of this up It doesn't take me long because the original formula from Korea was very thin and it provided light to medium coverage, and to get any thicker you needed quite a lot of pumps. Now, in recent years, the manufacturing base has been taken back to America when it was taken over. I think it may have been bought by the L'Oreal company and or Estee Lauder. One of the big brands took it over, and I think maybe L'Oreal. And it's now made in the US and it's much thicker. So this is the original, all used up. I do have another at the moment, which I'm using. Now, I'm now putting in another CC cream. It is new to me, but when I looked at the CC cream original fair, I think it was on Reddit, and any suggestions, because the colour has completely changed. I've got the fair on now. It looks okay. It looks fine. I do have a ring light on. I have it very low setting, and I have a main light a few feet ahead from me on the landing where I'm situated. In real life, it's quite deep yellow. There is quite a contrast in real life, but because there is micas in and mineral sunscreens, the flashback, even though it does flash from any light, is giving it paler than it is because, like I say, the titanium dioxide, for example. But when I was looking at which is the match for the, or nearest match to the original fair, it's Yensa, and it's called Light Neutral because it is a neutral colour. So can you see it looks quite greyish in there. So I like it. The formula is very, very similar to the CC cream. It's creamy but fairly liquidy. You need quite a bit. It's a light to medium. You can build it up perhaps to a higher medium. It's really, really nice. Not exactly the same tone. I'd say this is more beigey. The CC cream is more yellowy. So I do like this Yensa. Now Yensa is a brand that was made in Korea, but it's not promoted that way, by an American lady of Chinese heritage, and there are Chinese natural ingredients in there that are supposed to be good for the skin, and it is an SPF 40 BB and CC, and it says full coverage, and then it says foundation, so it's a bit of a mess what it is. I'd say it's a BB cream rather than a CC, but it is very nice. I'm using it at the moment. It's got 55 grams. It's new going in, so I did weigh it. And this is available in the UK at QVC, and I think it's around £37 plus postage and packaging, so it's similar in price, a little cheaper than the It Cosmetics, but very similar in price, I would say. And yes, I do think it's very, very nice. But I am using some others. I'm using the current fair, which I've got on at the moment, and it's quite dark, so I want to use it over summer. But I will be using this a few times a month, I think. And let's see if I can finish it this year. The next item is Pixie by Petra, and it's a glow mist. Now, if you can see, I've used very little, and that's because when it's been hot, either because of the weather, I can't say summer's been great, but I've been walking a lot. So basically, I didn't need this mist as my natural, well, not necessarily my oils, but the oils from my moisturiser, and also my SPF's been quite greasy. So I think anything I put on my face in terms of a base has had to struggle a bit, so I didn't need extra glow is what I'm saying, but this will get used in the cooler months. Then I've got my Clinique Quad. As you know, I've finished one. I'm still working on this bronzy colour, and I'm focusing on this, and I'm using this in the brow bone, so I'll show you what I do. I've got this, which is in the project pan, and I will show you the progress. This is all that's left now of my Colour Pop Champagne Pop, and I put that just underneath the brow. And it's a cream. It's quite a thick cream. It's not particularly moisturising. There is emollients in it, and then I pop a little bit of this end one on top. It's kind of it's kind of a peachy colour, if I can get it there. That's probably the truest colour. It's peachy, and I put that on the top there to glow a bit, and also to set this, and I do like the combination. So then I have my ever increasingly battered Gwen Stefani with Urban Decay, and this is my Firebird, and this is where I'm up to. So it's going to take probably till the end of the year, because I use it just a couple of times a month perhaps, and it is still very nice, still smells fine, and so hopefully I shall get that finished. Then moving on, I've got Charlotte Tilbury lip balm. I use this most evenings, and this is all that I have left. So because a little goes a long way, it is going to take to the end of the year if I use it regularly to finish up, because it is very hard, waxy and plasticky really. Then I have my Orly polish. I think this is setting polish, but no, unfortunately I've dropped it. It's been, so start, and it's 1, 2, 3. So it's had quite a big jump between the last one and this one. I have used it quite a bit. It's on my nails today and I have enjoyed it. And this is 18ml, so it is a very big bottle. And then I have my eyeliners. Now I put this in a couple of months ago, and that's the Steeler. And it's all gone because it got very, very soft and creamy. So once it was crumbling, but it was smudging everywhere. It wasn't dry and crumbly, but it was very emollient and it needed cleaning up a lot. So it just basically, I was able to get through it all. And it's a taupe, no longer available. I don't like hopefully this system isn't available, because you couldn't retract it. Once you would actually screw it up, the colorant, you couldn't retract. So they were quite novel in that they did the projectile crayons quite early. You know, others were catching up since, but the flaw with this is, like I say, non-retractability. So once you've pulled it up, if you do it by accident and see how much is in, you won't get it back down, or I don't know of a way of getting it back down. And so what I've put in instead is a Marc Jacobs, and I think it may be called the Remarkable eyeliner. It's very difficult, only a little bit pulls up at a time. It's black. I've only got a little bit left. It's not on today. I've got a natural brown on today from Rhode Isle, but this, hopefully we'll get that finished. And the final 2 items are from, this one is Tarte, and I have a Sculpt shade, which I've got on today, and I'll show you where it is. Move my hair. It's there. And I've got it under the chin as well. So this one is, I'd say a true neutral rather than a necessarily warm or cool tone. It's showing up cooler tone than it is in real life. And this is a cocoa. It's dissipating the cocoa now, but it's Sculpt. So I have that on. It's a lovely powder. It's no longer available unless Tarte bring out palettes like this, which they do. I think 3 instead of 6 slots, there are 3 slot ones which they look like that, but they haven't had this contour in. You could use it as a bronze as well, absolutely lovely. And then with the HD brows, I always use this as a blush. I haven't varied at all this year, and so this is 5 grams you get, so I've got a little bit left, and that I had to repress. So I'll hopefully get it finished towards the end of the year, but I'm still loving using that, and I've got a little bit of highlighter on top. So what I'm going to show you is I redid the list because it was difficult to follow with all the crossings out, but basically the Firebird, this will show you the progress over the months. That's when it went in. I had used it quite a lot before it went in, and that is now where it is. So it's tiny bits each time, each month. And then I've got the Charlotte Tilbury lip balm there. I think that's the only other product. Oh no, there it is, the Charlotte Tilbury lip balm, and that was virtually new going in, so it went there to there. So it's tiny bits, but consistently they're being used. And then I don't think I made a note of the Rebecca. Oh, I did, of the Becca Champagne Pop. I did this a few days ago, but it's still relevant. So it's going to be difficult to see because I didn't mark it that cleverly, admittedly. So basically, it started there, one line, see there, then that month, and then this is this month. So I've used quite a bit this month. I have in recent months, most of this year, been wearing makeup nearly every day. It's not often that I don't, but yeah, I've been enjoying using the makeup, and but also I'll be happy to refresh some of the items, such as certainly the blush. I'd like to try some other blushes. But can I say thank you very much for watching, as I do appreciate that your time is valuable. Hopefully I will see you in another video. But before I go, I just wanted to let you know that in case any of you are interested, Aldi have yesterday restocked, and this is on their special buys, their copy of the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum cream, and they have the cream, they have the body scrub, which I'm not aware that they've had that in the line before. They've also extended the line to include I think it was 2 fragrances of hand cream, and then there is a hair mask, which I have picked up, that one hair mask. There's also a hair spray that's a leave-in conditioner that's like the Sol de Janeiro one. And was there any other items? I can't quite remember. I think they may have been all. So what I'm going to say is that I went to one Aldi, picked up, or Mr. Bear actually went and picked up some of the moisturising balms, and then we had to go. Then he picked up just one of the scrubs, tried it out, because they're not always gritty. It was a nice texture for me. And then we had to go to another store to pick up some more, and there were no of the body butters there. And they weren't sure whether they didn't come in or they've been sold out. So, yeah, if you're interested, head on over to Aldi. If you want to have a look at them, Aldi online will have pictures, but I think you buy them through the stores. But they sell out very quickly, and the last time they stocked it was about a year ago, and the time before was about 3 years. So I'm not sure when it's going to come back, but I have got quite a few. So it's just the hands up to let you know. Like I say, I'm not sure which video I'll be bringing to you next. It depends if there's any unboxings, but certainly I'll have my empties towards the end of the month or early next month. But like I say, thank you very much. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.